Number 1, the Viper versus the Corvette. The Corvette is the American icon and has always represented America as the best answer to the screaming V10s and 12s across the Atlantic. That is until 1992 when the first Dodge Viper was produced. Paired with a mighty V10 and an even higher price tag than the Corvette, the Viper quickly became a mainstream name throughout the rest of the 90s. The competition to become America's top dog thus began and would continue to roar, literally, for over 2 decades until the Viper's unfortunate discontinuation in 2017. Both the Viper and Corvette would have set blistering track time records across the next 2 decades, sometimes even destroying the European counterparts for a fraction of the price, whether it be variations of the GTS, the ACR, Z06, or ZR1. Fortunately for you Viper fans, as history has taught us with multiple iconic American cars that were discontinued, my bet is the Viper will be back someday. After all, everyone needs a dance partner, and we all know the Ford GT was never positioned to frequently battle with the Corvette. Number 2, BMW M Series versus Mercedes-Benz AMG lineup. This is perhaps my favorite German rivalry. Sorry, Audi fanboys, for whatever reason, the S lineup just doesn't get enough notoriety. However, y'all still got the mighty RA to be proud of. Anyways, for decades, the BMW M Series has captured the hearts of millions of fanboys and girls across the globe, with famous iterations such as the E30, 36, 46 M3s, E39 or E60, M5s, so on and so forth, that didn't seem to discourage AMG from trying to steal some of those loyal BMW fanboys. In the early 2000s, after being acquired by Daimler AG, the AMG lineup started its first run of pumping out noteworthy, vicious machines such as the E55 AMG or their quick SUV, the ML55 AMG. However, the AMG cars wouldn't become a household name until the later 2000s, when mainstream car media outlets such as Motor Trend, Car and Driver, and Top Gear began to take notice of the true potential of the AMG lineup. No longer was BMW alone in the race to become Germany's de facto sports sedan manufacturer. It had a very capable adversary that would easily give BMW a run for its hard-earned money. Number 3, Camaro versus Mustang. No car rivalry list would be complete without mentioning the infamous American pony car rivalry. Hell, even non-car guys know about this one. Spanning over 5 decades, the Mustang and Camaro have gone toe-to-toe with one another with every single generation they've released. Oh, the 2010 Camaro came back with over 400 horsepower? Fine. Boom, 2011 Mustang GT. It jumped from 315 horsepower on the 2010 models to 420 horsepower on the 2011 models. Oh, Chevy released a 2012 Camaro ZL1 capable of 580 horsepower to beat our 2012 Mustang GT500? Fine. Boom, 2013 Mustang GT500 with 662 horsepower. You guys get the idea. They're continually trying to one-up each other. Personally, this rivalry means so much to me because with competition, the consumers win. I mean, for God's sake, you can buy a supercar killer for under $65,000 now. Brand new, mind you. The 6th generation of both these models are absolutely nuts. No longer do you have to pay upwards of, let's say, $90K for a higher end Corvette just to smoke a Ferrari in a straight line. Hell, the GT350R or Camaro ZL1 1LE can even out-track some of the race-inspired McLarens. Say what you will about them being cheap, plasticky, American pieces of crap. These two models are the epitome of what it means to buy and own a high-performance vehicle at everyday man prices. In that sense, I will always be an American car fanboy. I have pride in the cars, I appreciate the price tags, and more importantly, I love the legacy that they'll leave behind as we move forward towards what seems to be an autonomous electric car future. Number 4, the Subaru WRX STI versus the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. Since the late 90s going into the early 2000s, the Subaru Impreza WRX STI, wow that's a mouthful, and the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 8, 9, and 10, or X if you guys want to call it that, have been equals. Whether it was competitive rally races or on the street drag racing, these two are like peas in a pod. One does not simply talk about the WRX without mentioning the Evo and vice versa. Unfortunately, as of 2015, no new Evos will be produced, leaving the Subi to be compared to the likes of hatchbacks. Number 5. Volkswagen Golf hot hatches versus Ford Focus hot hatches. Speaking of hatchbacks earlier, in recent years hot hatches have become a hot topic within the car community. No longer was the Mazda Speed 3 the premier hot hatch of the modern era. Companies such as Honda, Hyundai, Chevrolet, Audi, and so on have each engineered a hatchback for the younger generation. However, two manufacturers and their fan bases have been battling for the last handful of years: Volkswagen and Ford, namely the Golf versus the Focus. On one side, you have Golf owners claiming superior German engineering, poised handling, coupled with a pretty luxurious interior. On the other side, you have Focus owners saying their car is more reliable, affordable to maintain, and offers more of that raw, sporty feel. Regardless of where you stand, hot hatches are a segment that's likely to stay for quite some time. Plus, it's awesome seeing a seemingly harmless hatchback that can still haul ass and blow the doors off some sportier looking cars. Hashtag go sleepers. Number 6. Honda Accord versus Toyota Camry. I had to include this one. These two 4-door family sedans are the go-to cars for those that don't want to research anything about cars and just want to buy something that'll get them from point A to point B. The Accord and Camry have continually done battle for decades. Most of the time, the Camry ends up winning in terms of sales numbers, but that doesn't mean the Accord hasn't stolen a massive portion of the Camry's targeted demographic. Because of the competitive nature of these two automotive giants, we're at the point now where the family sedans have a legit sport trim level that can easily do mid-5s 0 to 60. That's as fast as some entry-level sports cars, except these two have more utility, lower insurance, and better MPG. That's some serious bragging rights. Number 7. Bentley versus Rolls-Royce. Bentley has always been seen as the little cousin to the Rolls-Royce. Often priced lower than its counterpart, the Bentleys have produced a variety of cars throughout the years, whilst still maintaining a prestigious brand. However, when it comes to the top of the line luxury full-size sedan cars, there's just no comparison. Rolls-Royce represents the zenith of no-nonsense wealthy individuals, and the Bentley has always been second in that regard. Number 8. Ferrari versus Lamborghini. Ferrari. For 3/4 of a century, Ferrari has been the peak of the sports car, supercar, hypercar industry, pumping out stunning machines, some of which were paired with a blaring V12 and sometimes costing more than a house. The brand had positioned itself as the symbol of absolute success within car culture. If you owned one, you were either extremely well off or you were faking it. Nonetheless, that never stopped a Lamborghini from trying to steal the spotlight away from Ferrari, especially in recent years where it seemed like every couple years or so a new bull was released to dethrone the big dark horse across town. Either way, these two have made it into the hearts and minds of millions worldwide, often being idolized as a person's dream car. Number 9. Toyota Supra versus the Nissan Skylines. Step back into the 90s and you cannot forget the fact that these two Japanese legends existed in the same time period. As you all know, the Toyota Supra Mark IV is known for its 2JZ and massive numbers, whereas Godzilla, aka the Skyline, was known for its street and track credibility. Both legends were paired with their respective inline-six twin turbocharged engines, an amazing chassis, and capable of making any grown man giggle. Good luck finding either of these beasts in great condition for under the price of a brand new, fully loaded family sedan. Alrighty, so time for some honorable mentions. The Honda Civic versus a Honda lawnmower. For decades, automotive scientists have conducted multiple preliminary tests to ensure that the Honda Civic exhaust system will continually sound like your neighborhood lawnmower. After all, nothing disturbs the peace on a Saturday morning better than the song of fresh grass cutting lawnmowers. Next up, we have the Reliant Robin versus Corners. Looking for a tricycle but don't want that ugly slingshot? Well, look no further. The Reliant Robin is an aesthetically pleasing vehicular motorcycle-like thing that's capable of going 0 to 60 in 14 seconds with blistering top speeds reaching around 85 miles per hour. If you gotta take a corner fast, no problem. It's capable of taking those corners at a mind-numbing speed of 6 miles per hour. Any faster than that, and you're going to be doing more barrel rolls than Tony Hawk in Pro Skater 4. But no worries, it's so light that you just need a couple of folks to help flip you right on back up to continue about your merry way. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more videos like this, and until next time, peace out.